It's what you do with your teeth, it's where you put your tongue. It's the shape of your lips, let's make it fun. Phonic All Stars. Put your tongue. Phonic All Stars. Phonic All Stars. Shape your lips. Let's shake our hips. Phonic All Stars.
It's more than ABC.
Phonic All Stars.
1, 2, 3.
Phonic All Stars. Let's go. Jump in the car.
Hi everyone, it's Katrine back again. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the activities that I love to use in the Clubhouse Games section of Club Yicketty Yak. I also use it in individual sessions. This goes with the category naming card that we've got here in the clinic if anyone wants one. So what we're going to be working on today is children's word finding skills, and also in building and developing their semantic skills, their depth of how many words they actually know. This is really, really important because what this is doing is building their semantic webs. So inside our brain, we do have these three-dimensional webs in the semantic system. It's like a huge, big shopping centre full of words. And if we do a really good job of learning words, they're really organised in beautiful sort of topics and in categories, and see it like a big spider web that's got words, little blobs on that spider web, but then they're written with definitions connecting those words. So for example, say we have the word chocolate. Well, then someone might connect that to the colour brown. They might connect it to the taste sweet. They might connect it to peppermint. They may connect it to feeling obese. You see, so we've got actually different words that connect to specific word. I like chocolate, okay? And this is how the web works. So the semantic web is actually based a lot on experience. It's a lot on what we've been taught, and our depth of knowledge of what we read. And it is well understood that children who have a reduction in their understanding of words can struggle more with their reading. So this is why this skill is very important. So with this card, what you'll notice is I've got lots and lots of different categories. Some of them are things like countries, electrical equipment, currency, children's toys. Okay, over here, easier ones, ocean animals, wild animals, weather conditions, sports, dwellings. This is like where people or animals might live, insects. Because what we're going to be doing is in this game, which I call the hot rock game, in this game what we're going to be doing is playing it with the group, and the children are going to select a category, and say for example the category we do is dwellings. They put a rock down onto that item, and then what we do is we pass a stone around the group, and we call it the hot stone or the hot rock, and what we've got to do is get rid of it. It's like a hot potato, okay? We've got to get rid of it and pass it on. Now to play this game you do need an iPad, iPod, iPhone again, okay? And I then set it to the timer section, and I select a certain amount of minutes. Now if it's a quicker game, I usually stick with about 2 minutes. That's quite ample. But if you want to get more depth and go deeper and deeper and deeper into that category, go for about 4 minutes and even longer, because what that does is gives you a chance to get down to the words that they don't use very often. Now I love that, because what happens is children, especially if they play with adults, like I often recommend to people I'm working with that make this the game that you play between dinner and dessert, and it just gives a little bit of time that you can as a family do something together. It's actually hilarious. It's a great game to play, and having the adults involved, it gives children a chance to hear vocabulary that they may not have thought of. So what happens is they come back to do that activity again, and they've stolen those words, so they've actually developed those words by just playing a game, which is really cool. Okay, so what we do is we set the timer, we start the timer, and then we pass the rock on. Now, so it's not only just going to involve the skill of being able to retrieve a word or word find, but the participants in the group have to also pay attention. so that's auditory attention, to what each of the kids are saying. But they've also got to store that in their memory to know whether they've repeated a word. So then we're working on auditory memory. So if a child says a word twice, so say we're working with animals and that one has said dolphin, and then we come around the group and someone says dolphin, I usually go, and that gives them a chance to say another word, okay? But what that's doing is making sure that they've got auditory attention and auditory memory, and these are really big critical skills for the classroom. So, for example, dwellings. I might play with my two friends here, okay, because I've got hydrohound on one side and I've got Sydney Snake on the other side. So let's pass the stone around from person to person, okay, just to give you an idea. We'll set it for a couple of minutes. I probably won't go that long. Oh, we'll do it a minute. Okay, the reason, the object of the game is I set the timer to have some bizarre sound, like a duck quack or a motor, and I get the kids to choose that sound. And if the motor goes off on you, you're out. You've got the stone, okay? That stone's yours. And the one who's got the least stones at the end is the winner. And the reason I like that is because it's really based on the clock, not on the capability. And that's what I like about it, is it's sort of a random thing when it actually goes off. So it makes it a little bit more fair for those children that are struggling. Now, there's no problems in cueing the kids, giving them a hint, even giving them a choice of a couple of words that aren't in the category, so that it helps them along in the activity. Yep, okay, so basically this is how it would look. Dwellings, I might say, oh, let Hydro start. So, for example, he might say kennel, okay? I'll say house, pit. Oops, Sydney's fallen over. Pit, web, caravan, pyramid, for example, or and it goes on. Dwellings, let me see. Rabbit warren, shell, tank. Okay, so what happens is we go deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's actually interesting how many words you will find. And then when it goes quack, burt, bloat, whatever that is, then the stone goes to you. It's actually quite fun. The kids love this game. All right, so it gives you a chance to do lots and lots of different categories. On the there's my sound. On the category card, I've given you lots of examples to try of maybe some higher frequency words like colours and furniture and parts of the body, but I've also on the back made it a bit trickier for you, such as words like, or categories like tools. Occupations are often tricky for kids. Natural disasters, noisy things, okay? And please don't feel that you can't stop the clock, for example, if you need to explain a word that a child doesn't know. Okay, so have fun with Hot Rock Game, and I'll see you for your next video. Bye.
It's what you do with your teeth, it's where you put your tongue. It's a shape of your lips, let's make it fun.